I'm Kasidy. This is Marina Bay Yoga's Yin for 10. Thanks so much for joining me for another 10 minutes Yin class focusing on increasing flexibility and decreasing stress. Today is another back practice. We're building out a sequence so that if you want to do a longer practice, you can just group them right together. So when you're ready, go ahead and meet me on your mat and we're going to jump right into our back practice. So to get started, I want you guys to meet me in your child's pose. Bring your big toes together, let your knees open wide, draw your hips all the way down, and walk your hands forward. Relaxing your forehead down to the ground if that is possible for you. If your hips do not reach your heels, that's okay. Maybe bring a pillow underneath your hips or allow gravity to draw them down. Yin yoga is all about allowing. We never want to force. We never want to make our bodies do something here. We want to allow them to open. We want to allow them to stretch, allow them to release. And so any pose, anything that I offer, I want you to find the pose that makes your body feel good. If there's any pain, come out of it. We're looking for that discomfort that feels good. You know, when you wake up in the morning and you have your first big good morning stretch and you reach your arms over your head and point your toes, and it's like, everything from the night and any way that you were sleeping funny, you just let it all out. It might not feel comfortable, but it gives you what you need. That's what we're looking for in all of these stretches. We're looking for that place, that comfortable discomfort, where our body wants more of it. If it's painful, we want to come out of it. We want our bodies to show us what it needs. So we're going to get these hips nice and relaxed open so that they can support us in our back opener. When you're ready, go ahead and come all the way up to a tabletop. And then you're going to tuck your toes, and we're going to come to a yogi squat. So there's a couple different ways that you can get there. One way, from your tabletop, you can tuck your toes, gently lean back on your heels, bring those heels all the way down to the ground, bring your elbows to the inside of your knees and press your palms together. Extend your spine long, lift your chin so it's parallel to the ground, drawing your crown, the crown of your head right here, up towards the ceiling. And see if you can have your heels all the way on the ground. If that's not possible, maybe your hips are lifted just a little bit. Maybe you bring a block under your hips to help support you, or maybe you have a little ottoman that you can rest them on. So that's one way to get there. The other way, if that was not very comfortable, you can start from standing. Bring your feet a little bit further than hip width apart. Bring your palms together and slowly squat into it. Keeping those heels down, let your toes point out just a little bit. Bring your elbows to the inside of your knees and gently press out. Again, you can bring a block or a pillow underneath your hips. It's okay if your heels are not all the way down. That is okay. Find what feels good to your body today. Now, bring your hands down if this is too much. If you want, you can press your hands right here, helping to hold you up, and keep those shoulders lifted. Keep that spine really long. We're going to get the most out of this stretch for our back if our spine stays long and our crown stays lifted. Okay, we're discovering the pose that feels best for our bodies, which is going to be different than every other body. As you settle in here, I want to invite you to celebrate one thing that you love about your body. Think about one thing you love about your body and take a moment to celebrate it.
on your next exhale, you're gonna bring your hands to the ground and very gently start to lift your hips up towards the ceiling. Turn your toes in so that you're in a standing forward fold. I'm gonna turn so you can see. Now maybe your hands reach the mat, or maybe they don't. Maybe you dangle just a little bit. That's perfectly fine wherever you are today. Again, honoring that. See if you can bend your knees just a little bit. We're gonna be here for a few breaths, a few moments. Y'all know how these yin poses go. We stay in them for a little while. So I wanna make sure you feel supported. So go ahead and bend your knees just a little bit so we're not locking those out. Bring your gaze back behind you or to your knees, or maybe to your thighs, wherever it feels good for you today. Now if you can touch the floor with your knees bent, go ahead and do so. If you can't, maybe bring a block or something to put your hands on so your hands feel supported here. So dangling is okay, but since we're gonna be here for a few minutes, I'm gonna make sure that you feel supported. So maybe grab a pillow or rest them on the side of the couch, maybe a chair. You'll notice that I like to offer things to use that you might find in a household that doesn't have people who do yoga all the time. I know many of you are coming in, maybe never doing yoga before. You might not have a room full of blocks and yoga mats and I don't know, all the other straps and things, and I want to make sure that whatever you have available to you, that's what we're using. Y'all know how much I believe yoga really is meant for all. So let's try to make sure we're keeping it that way. All right, you might start to feel this opening through your hamstrings. You have them on both sides. And you might start to feel the opening through your back. You might start to even feel it in your neck or somewhere that I haven't mentioned yet. See if you can observe where you feel this stretch the most. You'll notice how much gravity is drawing me down. Observe where gravity is drawing you down. Now, we're gonna do one more yogi squat. So go ahead and turn your toes out. Walk your heels out just a little bit. Keep your hands on the ground and slowly draw your hips all the way down. Reaching your back tall, again, lifting your spine. Good, bring those palms together. Maybe gently press the knees open. Extending the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Good. Finding that opening through the back. Now you can stay here or you can drop your head back just a little bit. Just a tiny bit opening up through the front of the throat. Allow your body to settle in wherever you have decided to land. See if you can soften one area of your body, one muscle. And then on your next exhale, bring your hands back behind you or in front, whichever way helps you come out of it. Bring your legs in front of you, shake them out just a little bit. Good. Hey, here's your reminder. Your body is wonderful. So when I asked that question about something that you love about your body to celebrate, if that was challenging, I want to invite you to do that for the next 3 days. Wake up in the morning and jot down one thing you love about your body, one thing that you can celebrate about your body. You're doing a wonderful job. Thanks for joining me again for Yin for 10. I will see you tomorrow for another back practice. Have a wonderful rest of your day.